Hello and welcome back, dear investors and subscribers, to yet another Solana video. Today we will be talking about the Elliot wave movements of the past days and weeks. And first of all, we have some pretty good news to tell here, and I am excited to inform you about the more optimistic wave counts we have highlighted right here. So let's start in right now. This chart may be very familiar to most of you, and if not, I can only recommend watching our past videos on Solana. So we have highlighted this exact count in Solana in wave C. As you might remember, this is a wave 1, and we established an A, B, and at last a C wave, and I believe it is an ending diagonal. The ending diagonals move like this. I highlighted it for you. Oftentimes in a 5-wave movements, also 5-wave movements in the impulsive waves, or 3-wave movements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or ABC. To be honest, that's not important for lesser educated investors about regarding this, but it's an interesting fact to know if you are more familiar with this strategy. So we established this 5-wave movements like I just described, and since then we have seen a pretty remarkable breakout from this trend, from this diagonal. That's very, very good news, because this indicates that this whole corrective structure is over and we could already be in our projected wave 3. I would highlight this. I mean this wave 3, that we would establish a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get finally back above the last high at $27 and hopefully above $30 in this whole movement. And I have some important details to point out here. The first major resistance will be here at $21 and approximately 52 cents. If we break above this resistance, then this diagonal is finished officially, and the next resistance will be right here at $25.98. If we break above this high, this the B wave right here, then the bull market is officially back in Solana, and we will have a major escalation on the upside. And as you can see, we are now trading inside of this range for nearly 130 days. That's a very, very long time, especially in crypto. And I just want to point out that if we see a bullish breakout out of this sideways movement, it will be quite substantial, because from my experience, I can tell you guys, the longer a specific cryptocurrency, or like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other altcoins, trade sideways, the more impulsive the breakout will be. That's a universal law. It applies to almost every altcoin. And I really expect that Solana will have a violent breakout. But of course, we need a confirmation right here to break above this resistance. And finally, we should break above this resistance. Then we have an official confirmation that this corrective patterns are finally finished. And I want to switch into the day chart to show you to give you a better outlook on what we expect in the next days and weeks to happen. So as you can see, we are right here, and the next weeks should, and weeks and months of course, should finally push us higher above this very, very important resistance at $38.88. This was the last top of this very weird movement back then, and as you guys can remember, this was the FTX crash, which devastated the market and many FTX holders and Solana holders, of course. But let's get back to the bullish movements. If we should have a wave 3 in place right here, then the movements will be the following: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABC right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. which will push us into this orange trading zone, and a wave 4, and finally a wave 5 in this macro wave 1. I expect that this whole movement would resemble a macro wave 1, and then we would establish a macro wave 2. But as of now, this is too far in the future, and we will have to see how exactly these movements will play out. And I want to highlight to you again that depending on the volatility, this upside movement could extend much further than we initially would expect right here. Anything between $46 and $64 is possible, but if we should see if we should see increased volatility, it's absolutely possible that we could extend a lot further on the upside, so to speak, $70 or even higher at $76 or even $80. But as of now, this is too far in the future, and we will have to see what happens. But let me say it clear, I absolutely estimate that we will establish a bullish breakout. And as you might know, we are invested into Solana with 2 positions already. And I want to switch to the macro target at last, because I think most of you guys like this the most when I talk about these price goals. And for the next cycle wave, this was cycle wave 1, I have discussed this in the past, and cycle wave 2. And in the next cycle wave, we highlight this orange trading zone right here. The absolute minimum target of the next cycle wave are $375 and $428. This is the minimum target what I expect to happen in Solana in the next 2 years. And we could even reach higher prices of up to $527 or even much higher. But of course, we will have to see how far this thing goes. And of course, we will have a lot more videos to cover this in the future. And the movement would be something like this. And as you guys might know, the halving is next April 2024, and we will have to see how impulsive this whole movement will be. So that's it for today already, and I just want to point out again that we have our own website. I encourage everyone to visit it, and you can create a membership account there. The membership is free of charge, and we will announce our long positions or trades there. And note, we will never publish our trades or long positions on YouTube real time, only with a delay, and only on our website you will be notified of our moves in real time. So I can only recommend it to everyone. And if you want to learn more about our trading strategy, you can of course sign up if you want. I will leave the link below. So that's it for today. I am very optimistic, and we will cover VeChain and our other altcoins in additional videos this week. So stay tuned, have a good one, and greetings from Zurich. Goodbye.